So here I am live again on a Wednesday afternoon. My God, halfway through the week, literally over halfway through the week. Oh, excuse me. Such fabulous weather we're having here, just outside Dublin. 29 degrees, probably touching 30 degrees. As you can see, I'm taking myself quite easily. Played some nice music, thanks to Paris Heller and Stream Beats. DCMA approved. Although that said, I did have a bit of a live upstream there a couple of weeks ago testing and using again Stream Beats background music, and YouTube actually said I was in breach, that I had a copyright infringement. It wasn't a should we say what they call it? It wasn't a strike. It was just a copyright claim. And I went in and had a look at this, and I muted it. I went with the new beta test that YouTube have inside here, where they can mute the music but not the voice, which worked quite well actually, in fairness. However, I tracked down the time and I identified a piece of music, and then went back into my background streaming music and found a piece of music, and I was right. It was a Harris Heller piece of music. It was from Stream Beats, and it was copyright. So I have no idea what the hell was going on. That YouTube decided that I was in breach of copyright for about, it was 2 minutes 14 seconds up to 3 minutes 54, 2 minutes 11 seconds into 3 minutes 54. So now a minute and a half of the music. So anyway, that's my gripe, whinge, complaint. And as you can see, I'm just having fun here. I'm goofing around. I'm just testing out my background. And let me see, can I run some of my nice new little features that I've been putting together in the last couple of days. That's just a simple little new lower third that I decided to put together. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this actually. There's my stinger with my channel logo. As you can see, my other channel logo is flying around here in the corner. And oh God, I never kicked off my touch portal. Oh well, you learn some. Another version of my stinger. That was the original one until I decided to change it. Anything else that I would like to share with you? Oh, this is one of the newer features where we can what's this? Copy the resource, duplicate resource. Now, of course, you're seeing two of me in the video there on the live stream, but normal function, I turn off the camera and you have this mirrored resource. That's the function. Resource mirroring. Source mirroring. So that's me back to normal. Yeah, let's fool around here. Let's figuratively speaking. I'm gonna turn on my little touch portal machine here, and let's see if we can get this working. Touch portal. I'm gonna open this up. This is all happening live. This is me doing what I talk about. Of course, there's a couple of, what, maybe 10, 15 seconds lag between new version available. Yes, take that. Okay, fair enough. It's downloading a new version of Touch Portal onto my desktop here. So my tablet is up and running. My big issue with this at the moment is on the Wi-Fi. I'm going to have to do a lot of routing through the Wi-Fi connections. It was working wirelessly until I had a little bit of a problem with the JavaScript when I installed it and passed the firewall and so on, and I enabled it and blah 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 blah, and everything worked quite fine. And let's just see what is it telling me here. Boom, 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 boom. USB connection lost, not updating the connection state. Fixed USB Java 291 issue with run actions. I wonder when's that fixing my Wi-Fi. Start application not running. Change the log grooming pace. Okay. Add Turkish and Spanish translations. I don't think that was going to really affect me. Turkish and Spanish translations. So that's in this new version 2.3.010. Anyway, we have OK, and we're into our main page here. I just open this here, and there we have all our flashing business. Open Touch Portal, initializing. It'll tell me very, very quickly how fast or how effective this is, or if it's working at all. Okay, we have connection, and we will go to main page. Oh, that doesn't look very promising. I'm getting red lines all over the place on frames per second, and da 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 da. So let's see, does this work? Yes, we've got liftoff. Okay, what I have also noticed is that I'm running an i5 Intel Core, and on a Surface Pro 6, which is, it's respectable. It's a decent machine for work and all that sort of stuff. But I think really for live streaming, yeah, it's workable, it's doable, it seems to be working. I will have a look back over this stream and see how it actually appears. In any case, it's pretty heavy on its frames per second are 29. I had it set at 30. Hang on, I need to get my glasses. I'm old. Yes, frames per second 19, 20 frames per second. I've got the average time to render frames is 51 seconds. My God, I've missed frames of 607, so I have 29% of missed frames. That's absolutely off the scale, even with a reset. Now, interesting, if I hit reset a couple of times, for some strange reason, a number of resets will settle things down a little bit. And I think, well, I'm reasonably sure that it's not just the should I say power of the machine, but of course I would have to be a little bit extravagant with my touch portal. I have the flashing lights, the logos, the borders changing, and multicolors, and changing the button colors when I go on and when I go off and all that. However, one of the ways I've managed to find around that is if I literally close down the desktop version and just work solely from the tablet. Okay, here's my tablet. This is what you're seeing. Yeah, you should be able to see that. So I'm running my tablet here. Yeah, okay, it's USB connected. That's fine. Now there is a lot more stability on my OBS. It's behaving itself, should we say, a lot more. I'm seeing on, okay, bitrate stream, what's this? The current bitrate of 4910 is higher than the recommended bitrate. We recommend you change that. Oh, that's interesting. 49. My bitrate 49 kilobits per second. Open the widget. What's the widget going to tell me? Suggestions, suggestion, that bitrate. We recommend that you stream a bitrate of 2.5. That's in my analytics. Yeah, I'm getting connection excellent. Oh, I do see something else there on my stream, is that I still have that. If you look up, it should be bouncing up there. The logo is overlaid. My branding on my channel is still appearing as opposed to my spinning logo down at the bottom here. I need to go in and edit my stream setup to remove that at least, and just keep with the stream health is excellent. So it's bouncing, and so that's yeah, that's explaining why I'm jumping up and down here with my bit rates and frame rates and missed frames. Sounds gibberish, doesn't it? You're right, it is gibberish. Well, essentially, my objective was to try and get some kind of fine-tuning on this streaming setup. It's been a long road from last March, 12 months with this COVID lockdown. It's been tough, but last February, 12 months, a little over a year and a half ago, was the first time I sat down and even attempted to capture anything and live stream. It was very simple, and I was suitably impressed. And from there, small acorns, as I say, things grew, and I started to develop my system. Of course, I lecture. That's my background. I'm a lecturer, professor of business and knowledge management. Who cares about titles? I do. No, I don't. In any case, I was constantly pushing myself to improve the quality of doing what I was doing. And thanks to YouTube and all you guys out there, streamers who publish, create content, who've been extremely knowledgeable, informative, and helpful to my own efforts. So many of you. Of course, there are a number of guys that I follow regularly, and women, as it happens. Let's keep it diverse. But in any case, call out to Harris Heller, Michael J. Fire, Scott Victor, Andy Lippy, Nutty Professor. These are just some that are coming to my mind immediately. And there are a number of other guys out there. God, I can never think of him. Very good guy, did a great presentation with an interview with El Gato there the other day. It's an age thing. Memory. Loss of. No, it's not that bad. And where am I going with this? Oh yeah, so with all those guys and with the tremendous help on YouTube, I've been able to build up my competence. What you're seeing is evidence of what I have been doing. Let's just even switch a channel just to give you an idea of what I've been doing. Oh no, I use my touch portal to step you through some of the things I do. Now I've brought you down to which would be essentially regarded as my lecturing room. Okay. And in this instance, I'm going to show you this now. So, a couple of slides. I'm going to just go bounce through them just to show you how my system actually works. Okay. So I want to start, press of a button, and here I drop down, and here's my PowerPoint. Have you noticed that it came from the little screen behind me? I'm really chuffed with that. And then I can enlarge my screen, and I move myself across all these move transitions. I can talk about my presentation as in behind me there. I can still go zoom myself out if I want to talk about a particular issue raised in the PowerPoints. That's how it looks. Then down to bottom left again. A little bit of fine-tuning needs to be done here and there, and then I can reduce my PowerPoint when I'm finished my lecture. I can bring myself up as it does there. Move transition. What a great Excel role. Man, way to go. Way to go. And then when I'm finished, I can just, again, brings me back up to my, as I call it, my home scene, my general scene. So really, I've got my setup is, again, thanks to Andy Lippy, great guy, very informative. I've structured all my scenes into nested scenes, so nested scenes for my backgrounds, for my cameras, for my intros, outros, lower thirds, stingers, and so on, so on, so on. And then grouping within the scenes themselves. So yeah, it's come a long way. It really has come a long way. My next step now, I think, will be, I hope my other half isn't listening to me. And this is going out live on YouTube. Oh my God. Yeah, we'll beef up the system a little bit more. We'll go, hopefully, Intel i9, NVIDIA RTX 370, 380, widescreen TV. Now, I'm not a gamer. Really, I genuinely don't have the time for the gaming. Much and all as I admire that, and so on, and skills needed to follow your strategies. Great way to develop your strategies, actually, through gaming. But just to enhance my presentation for student engagement, that's why I'm beefing up my system. I'm actually using a Logitech C920 camera at the moment, and I do have this other small El Cheapo sitting up in the top corner. I haven't got it plugged in at the moment. I use it from time to time if I want to stand up and stand beside my PowerPoints, green screen, all that sort of stuff. I use that other camera. Since I'm not doing it today, I'm sitting down. I'm relaxing because of the heat. But in any case, the what was I saying? Oh yes, Logitech C920. I also have a Canon DSLR in front of me, a Canon EOS. But I don't use that. I actually don't use that because it's about 8-10 years old. Have using the EOS utility software. It works fine. Picture quality is great, don't get me wrong, and a separate mic overhead. My mic is actually up there, literally just up there on a boom arm, and you're hopefully not, probably picking up a bit of a loop on my background music because I have it coming out through the speakers, because I know I can, direct it out to, or turn off and just wear headphones and so on, or earpieces for monitoring, but I like to hear the music as well. I enjoy the music in fairness. So yeah, that's why there might be a little bit of doubling up. Will I do this on a lecture? No, definitely not. I run it out on separate channels, and I duplicate the video and so on, and separate out the audio sounds in Filmora X, and merge the audio and videos back together again, and then I can control the sound or the volume of background music. Some students like it, other students don't, so I keep it at a level such that if there are particular students who don't like the background music, well, then I can just easily turn it off and burn out the video again and upload it. But that's essentially it. I've got all my lighting here. I'm sitting in front of a window with natural light air coming in. I have two diffuser lights here, small ones beside me, and a ring light just in front of me. A large diffuser over my head, diffusing onto the back screen, but it's not on at the moment. I'm literally just using light. So yeah, some might think the quality is good. It's not the greatest at the moment, but under normal operational conditions, I'd have my blind down and the room darkened down, and then default to the lighting setup that I have here, which brings out. And interestingly enough, again, because I'm not using a DSLR and depth of field and so on to be able to give this background blur effect, again, I used paint.net desktop application, and I loaded in my file and just used the standard effects adjustments, and I think I've Gaussian 1 notch and Gaussian 2 notches. just to ever so slightly blur the background. I've tried it with some, actually, just let me see if I can bring it up here in front of me. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I can do all this. I'll just show it to you and see. You can let you judge the effects in the background based on the blur levels. That's a surface blur. That's what you've been looking at. That's ever so slightly blurred. This is Gaussian 2, Gaussian 3, Gaussian 4. I see you don't notice it when you're at that level, but let's go back up to 1. That was Gaussian 2. That's Gaussian 5. Let's go and drop down. Now that's getting seriously blurred, the background. And that's it. However, I think it was on the surface blur. That's where it was. So that's the zoom blur. We take that off. I think we don't want that. We leave that one. So there you have the kind of backgrounds, and that's how I get that depth of field look. I'm running a couple of filters onto the C920. A chroma key, obviously, and a color correction. Nothing more. On the audio, it's a pretty standard mic, USB mic, and again, that was a bit of a challenge, setting up the audios for that with various filters to try and get a voice level. Now, again, it needs a bit more fine tuning, I would think. You would probably say it needs a lot of tuning, but in any case, the quality is reasonably good. I can see the monitor here beside me, and the spiking of the volume and so on. So yeah, we put the usual standard VST plugins onto it, gain and limit compressors and controllers. Let me see if I can just briefly mention them to you. Audio and the filters, just the filters that I'm using. Actually, it's not all of them. I'm not using all of them. And that was a door closing downstairs. I have the VST plugin FIR, and I have the equalizer, I have gain, noise suppression, and expander. I don't have the limiter, I don't have noise suppression turned on, I don't have gate, and nor do I have the VST compressor turned on. But that's just to give you an idea. Hey, I'm back again. Because I jumped down to the audio settings. I'm running the one version of OBS here, and unlike YouTube knowledge experts, they run 2 versions of OBS, so they're able to demo what they're doing or what they're talking about. How long have I been on here now on this live chat? God, 23, 24 minutes. It is a live chat after all. It's different now if I was recording stuff. You know, of course, you'd try to keep it down to 11, 12 minutes of valuable, focused information, knowledge sharing. But this is just, as I said, this is just me goofing around. Pretty much finished the bulk of my work for the week. Now I get to enjoy some of this stuff, and as I said, testing it out. I'm getting particularly happy with the performance. I'm looking at the statistics doc in OBS. I just want to tease this with a little bit of recording as well. So I technically I don't need to, because it's been recorded on YouTube, but in any case, it's making little or no difference to performance. Stop recording. That's it. Yeah. So just to give you some idea of the kind of numbers that I'm dealing with here, you know, I'm running out on 1080p. Now I'm pretty sure I've scaled it down to 720 for this YouTube live session. But most of the time I'm pushing out at 1080p. I'm certainly up at 4,500 bits per second. My broadband speeds are, well, let's just say I should be getting much higher downloads. I'm getting probably 300 meg download speeds at the moment, but then again I have a lot of stuff in the house: TV, Alexas, Googles, phones, so we're sharing a lot of download capacity between other pieces of equipment. And of course, I'd have quite a number of applications running here, emails, web browsers, and so on. So all of these do chew up download speed with constant feeds and so on. My upload speeds, now this is the interesting one. I do have an upload speed of 50 megabits per second. And that's quite good, actually. Although I had been promised 80 megabits. So I need to go back to my service provider. I think they were bullshitting me. But they did reduce the fee because I wasn't happy with the level of service. I'm told it's possible to get 200 megabit uploads, but hey, can be a bit of overkill. But certainly I'm using the various tools and upload speed and ready reckoners and so on. I am getting, generally speaking, around 30 megabit uploads speeds, which is more than adequate. And technically I could go 4K, but what's the point? Who wants to see the really deep aged wrinkles on my face with more clarity? Not me, for sure. In any case, the quality appears to be quite good. And going back to my stats, 30 frames per second, I'm averaging time to render frames 4.2 milliseconds. Not bad. Frames missed due to rendering, I'm losing 20 out of 30,000. So I'm 0.1% at the moment, within acceptable limits. I'm not losing or skipped frames. I don't have any skipped frames due to encoding lags. That all seems to be running fine. The CPU usage, about 15-16% of CPU. So that's becoming more and more efficient. And again, I'm getting live. I've got no dropped frames on my OBS streaming service. Okay, or as I'm streaming to OBS. I see I'm about 27 minutes talking around here. Now, interestingly, on YouTube, it's back again. 4892 kilobits is higher than the recommended bitrate. Blah, 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 blah. Why does it keep doing that to me? I will kill that message. And then it's back again. Excellent connection. No problems. You're a tremendous bit of stuff. What can I say? Anyway, my music is in the background. Oh, I have this. You can't. My hand. I'm using it over on my desk here. I have a little controller for the music. I'm listening, which you probably are hearing in the background. Hope it isn't. Hopefully, it isn't too loud here. Anyway, folks, this is running out onto public. Excuse some of the amateur issues that are still there, such as the. Here I'm using my mouse pointer, such as the overlapping of logos. I'll edit my stream overlay, and take out the branding part. But I thought I actually had done that already. In any case, I'll take that out and I can stop. I mean, okay, if I wanted to, this is what it would look like if I took it out. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Where are my logos? Where's my spinning logo? Transition stingers. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Rotating. Yeah. Now that's it. Stopped. I'll just leave it there for a moment. And now you should be just seeing the live streaming logo. There you have it. That's very faint in the bottom corner. So I'll stick with my good stuff. I'm just curious. Yeah, I'm getting about 10-12 seconds of a delay between what I'm seeing here in front of me on OBS and what's actually coming up on the YouTube screen, on the live screen. Okay, folks. On that, let me see. Can I go out in a blaze of glory? Let me show you this guy. Before I go, I've got to show you this. That's my little cutie dog. That's Fluffy. Fluffy is our canine, COVID canine. Got us through this spell in our lives. Anyway, there she goes. I'll play this for you. Just have a look at this one. So that's one of my new intros I hope to have for next semester. And you might let me know in the comments. More than welcome. Love feedback of what you think of that. Indeed, that's the. So let us have a look at an outro that I'm going to probably end up using. On this, folks, I'm going to sign off at the end of this, and I'll try it again, maybe next week, a week after. I don't know. We'll see how I'm beginning to feel a bit more comfortable with this. Until then, folks, take it easy.